Want to get the most out of your next getaway or business trip? Get over to Belmont, North Carolina, and feel the Hamptonality. At the Hampton Inn Charlotte Belmont at Moncross, we give you friendly service at a great value. You'll rest easy on our clean and fresh Hampton bed. The crisp white linens and duvet give a fresh start to every guest each morning. Every morning begins with our free hot breakfast, including delicious waffles and hearty oatmeal. And with free Wi-Fi, you're guaranteed to stay connected. We're conveniently located just 8 miles from the center of Charlotte, 7 miles from the Charlotte Douglas International Airport, and just 1 mile from Belmont Abbey College. Book your stay by visiting Hampton.com or by calling 704-825-6100. Again, that's Hampton.com or calling 704-825-6100. Feel the Hamptonality at the preferred hotel for Crusaders athletics, the Hampton Inn Charlotte Belmont at Moncross. Looking for up-to-the-minute scores of your favorite Crusader sports? www.abbeyathletics.com. Feature content, including coaches' interviews. www.abbeyathletics.com. Crusaders broadcast on demand. That's right, www.abbeyathletics.com. Your online source for all things Crusaders can be found in one place, www.abbeyathletics.com.
Pain. Pain doesn't just work 9 to 5. Pain can work round the clock, hours and hours, without even thinking of taking a break. So when you're hurting, you don't want to wait for an appointment. You need relief now. Well, there is a solution. Ortho Carolina's Urgent Care can provide relief for the entire family when time is of the essence. Our after-hours clinics are conveniently located near you when you need us. Ortho Carolina's expert staff is ready to treat strains, sprains, minor dislocations, sports injuries, joint pain, and more. The next time you or a loved one is hurting on an evening or over the weekend, we'll be ready to help. It's the same state-of-the-art care, professionalism, and expertise that's made Ortho Carolina a leader in the Southeast. Pain doesn't happen when it's handy, and you shouldn't have to wait to get relief. Visit orthocarolina.com for a list of urgent care locations and hours. Ortho Carolina. You improve.
Gaston County is a great place to raise a family. The benefits of the Charlotte Metro blended with the familiarity of several bedroom communities make Gaston a wonderful place to become a first-time homebuyer. But in a shifting market, it's paramount to find a company that will work even harder for you in a very competitive landscape. Might I suggest to you Moss Realty? Moss Realty wants to serve you as an advocate through the home buying process. I've seen the hard work of the staff on a personal level. The attention to detail and their knowledge of Gaston County is top-notch. Moss Realty can help you make a pleasure out of life's biggest purchase. Give them a call at 704-865-5555 or log on to mossrealty.com. The number again, 704-865-5555. Moss Realty can turn dream home searching into dream home living. That number one more time, 704-865-5555. That's Moss Realty. Looking for up-to-the-minute scores of your favorite Crusader sports? www.abbeyathletics.com. Feature content, including coaches' interviews. www.abbeyathletics.com. Crusaders broadcast on demand. That's right, www.abbeyathletics.com. Your online source for all things Crusaders can be found in one place, www.abbeyathletics.com. Crusaders Athletics on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network is brought to you by Pine Island Country Club, Domino's, Moss Realty, the Hampton Inn by Hilton at Moncross, and Ortho Carolina. You improve. We take you now to the www.abbeyathletics.com broadcast booth. It's time to raise the red on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. And good afternoon. We welcome you to Alumni Field on the campus of Belmont Abbey College in beautiful Belmont, North Carolina, for the battle between the Crusaders and the Crusaders this afternoon in Conference Carolinas play, as the Belmont Abbey Crusaders, fresh off a Saturday win for the first time at Alumni Field against the Limestone Saints, will be taking on the North Greenville Crusaders. If you take a look at the conference standings right now, it's really congested. The Crusaders will have 2 conference matchups this week. If they win both, they go into a 5-1 record leading up to the conference tournament. There's a real possibility that by the time it's all said and done, there will be 3 teams at the top vying for the top spot in the conference. What that means is 2 teams will get a bye directly into the semis. 1 team will lose the draw and all the subsequent tiebreakers that come with it, and they'll play a quarterfinal matchup next Tuesday. But the Crusaders of Belmont Abbey have a lot of things to work on prior to that tournament, one of which today is the North Greenville Crusaders. North Greenville comes in 2-2 in the conference, 6-7 overall. But this program is a real up-and-comer in Conference Carolinas, and make no mistake about it, every team at the top tier in this conference has had North Greenville circled on their schedule because they understand that this is a very dangerous club, a pesky club creating a lot of problems for the opposition here in Conference Carolinas. When we come back on the other side of this pregame timeout, we'll have the starting lineups as we go to the bottom of the hour. The Crusaders look to raise the red against North Greenville, and you'll see it all here on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network.
Want to get the most out of your next getaway or business trip? Get over to Belmont, North Carolina, and feel the Hamptonality. At the Hampton and Charlotte Belmont at Moncross, we give you friendly service at a great value. You'll rest easy on our clean and fresh Hampton bed. The crisp white linens and duvet give a fresh start to every guest each morning. Every morning begins with our free hot breakfast, including delicious waffles and hearty oatmeal. And with free Wi-Fi, you're guaranteed to stay connected. We're conveniently located just 8 miles from the center of Charlotte, 7 miles from the Charlotte Douglas International Airport, and just 1 mile from Belmont Abbey College. Book your stay by visiting Hampton.com or by calling 704-825-6100. Again, that's Hampton.com or calling 704-825-6100. Feel the Hamptonality at the preferred hotel for Crusaders athletics, the Hampton in Charlotte Belmont at Moncross. Looking for up-to-the-minute scores of your favorite Crusader sports? www.abbeyathletics.com. Feature content, including coaches' interviews. www.abbeyathletics.com. Crusaders broadcast on demand. That's right, www.abbeyathletics.com. Your online source for all things Crusaders can be found in one place, www.abbeyathletics.com.
Pain. Pain doesn't just work 9 to 5. Pain can work round the clock, hours and hours, without even thinking of taking a break. So when you're hurting, you don't want to wait for an appointment. You need relief now. Well, there is a solution. Ortho Carolina's Urgent Care can provide relief for the entire family when time is of the essence. Our after-hours clinics are conveniently located near you when you need us. Ortho Carolina's expert staff is ready to treat strains, sprains, minor dislocations, sports injuries, joint pain, and more. The next time you or a loved one is hurting on an evening or over the weekend, we'll be ready to help. It's the same state-of-the-art care, professionalism, and expertise that's made Ortho Carolina a leader in the Southeast. Pain doesn't happen when it's handy, and you shouldn't have to wait to get relief. Visit orthocarolina.com for a list of urgent care locations and hours. Ortho Carolina. You improve.
Gaston County is a great place to raise a family. The benefits of the Charlotte Metro blended with the familiarity of several bedroom communities make Gaston a wonderful place to become a first-time homebuyer. But in a shifting market, it's paramount to find a company that will work even harder for you in a very competitive landscape. Might I suggest to you Moss Realty? Moss Realty wants to serve you as an advocate through the home buying process. I've seen the hard work of the staff on a personal level.
The attention to detail and their knowledge of Gaston County is top-notch. Moss Realty can help you make a pleasure out of life's biggest purchase. Give them a call at 704-865-5555 or log on to mossrealty.com. The number again, 704-865-5555. Moss Realty can turn dream home searching into dream home living. That number one more time, 704-865-5555. That's Moss Realty. Looking for up-to-the-minute scores of your favorite Crusader sports? www.abbeyathletics.com. Feature content, including coaches' interviews. www.abbeyathletics.com. Crusaders broadcast on demand. That's right, www.abbeyathletics.com. Your online source for all things Crusaders can be found in one place, www.abbeyathletics.com. And we welcome you back to the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. Crusaders pregame on the air this afternoon between North Greenville and the Belmont Abbey Crusaders. Let's go ahead and dive right into this afternoon's starting lineups. First for North Greenville this afternoon, Zach Randolph will be in the defense, a senior out of Las Vegas, Nevada. He'll have on the back line with him Jaron Safransky, a 6'4 junior out of Fleming Island, Florida. Sky Dupree will be on the back line as well, a junior out of Mableton, Georgia. In the midfield, Alex Proley, a junior out of Lake Mary, Florida, will be in the midfield along with Logan Bryant. He'll be handling the faceoffs this afternoon, the sophomore out of Charleston, South Carolina. Chris Weekhorst will be the sophomore out of Oswego, New York. He'll be in the midfield for North Greenville as well. Austin Dixon will be in the attack position, a sophomore out of Simpsonville's Eastside High School. Also on the attack positions, Ethan Landreth, a junior out of Moonville, South Carolina, by way of Woodmont High School, will be on that front line with Chris Carpenter, the junior out of Oviedo, Florida. Braden Dixon will mind the frame this afternoon for North Greenville. The sophomore out of Simpsonville, South Carolina, will be minding the frame for the Crusaders. Braden Dixon comes in making his 14th appearance. 114 goals against in almost 700 minutes of action, a 9.94 goals against average, as he has a 49.3% save percentage. This afternoon for Belmont Abbey, Cody Agrella will get the start on the back line, the senior out of Reno, Nevada. He'll have with him Anthony Cesario, the junior out of Mount Sinai, New York. Connor Larkin will get the start, the freshman out of Doylestown, Pennsylvania. We'll have Brody Monroe on that back line with him. Brody Monroe, the junior out of Bowmanville, Ontario. In the midfield, Billy Huss will be handling the face-offs along with Dylan Harmon, but he gets the start this afternoon, the senior out of Elk Grove, California. Hunter Jones will be in the midfield, the senior out of Palm City, Florida. He'll have along with him Kyle McGinley, the senior out of Merrick, New York. Callum Tanner will get the start in the attack position, the senior out of Victoria, British Columbia, along with Liam Osborne, a junior out of Bowmanville, Ontario. And then Harley Whittam will get the start in goal for the Crusaders, the senior out of Elk Grove, California. Comes in with almost 700 minutes logged in goal, making his 13th start of the season as the Crusaders keeper has an 8.47 goals against average, a 51.3% save percentage here in 2018. So it's a battle between North Greenville, the visitors today, taking on the Belmont Abbey Crusaders, folks. Couple ways you can reach out to me throughout the course of today's action. You can find me on Twitter. Would love for you to follow me, tag me in tweets. You can go to @the_BASN. That's @the_BASN, where you can find me on Twitter. If you do, tag a tweet my way. Please use the hashtag BACLive during the course of today's live action. Then you can always send an email to me on the interactive press box, Brian Rushing at BAC.edu. That's Brian Rushing at BAC.edu. We come back, North Greenville and Belmont Abbey College at the bottom of the hour as the Crusaders look to raise the red on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. We'll be right back.
Want to get the most out of your next getaway or business trip? Get over to Belmont, North Carolina, and feel the Hamptonality. At the Hampton Inn Charlotte Belmont at Moncross, we give you friendly service at a great value. You'll rest easy on our clean and fresh Hampton bed. The crisp white linens and duvet give a fresh start to every guest each morning. Every morning begins with our free hot breakfast, including delicious waffles and hearty oatmeal. And with free Wi-Fi, you're guaranteed to stay connected.
We're conveniently located just 8 miles from the center of Charlotte, 7 miles from the Charlotte Douglas International Airport, and just 1 mile from Belmont Abbey College. Book your stay by visiting Hampton.com or by calling 704-825-6100. Again, that's Hampton.com or calling 704-825-6100. Feel the Hamptonality at the preferred hotel for Crusaders athletics, the Hampton in Charlotte Belmont at Moncross. Looking for up-to-the-minute scores of your favorite Crusader sports? www.abbeyathletics.com. Feature content, including coaches' interviews. www.abbeyathletics.com. Crusaders broadcast on demand. That's right, www.abbeyathletics.com. Your online source for all things Crusaders can be found in one place, www.abbeyathletics.com.
Pain. Pain doesn't just work 9 to 5. Pain can work round the clock, hours and hours, without even thinking of taking a break. So when you're hurting, you don't want to wait for an appointment. You need relief now. Well, there is a solution. Ortho Carolina's Urgent Care can provide relief for the entire family when time is of the essence. Our after-hours clinics are conveniently located near you when you need us. Ortho Carolina's expert staff is ready to treat strains, sprains, minor dislocations, sports injuries, joint pain, and more. The next time you or a loved one is hurting on an evening or over the weekend, we'll be ready to help. It's the same state-of-the-art care, professionalism, and expertise that's made Ortho Carolina a leader in the Southeast. Pain doesn't happen when it's handy, and you shouldn't have to wait to get relief. Visit orthocarolina.com for a list of urgent care locations and hours. Ortho Carolina. You improved.
Gaston County is a great place to raise a family. The benefits of the Charlotte Metro blended with the familiarity of several bedroom communities make Gaston a wonderful place to become a first-time home buyer. But in a shifting market, it's paramount to find a company that will work even harder for you in a very competitive landscape. Might I suggest to you Moss Realty? Moss Realty wants to serve you as an advocate through the home buying process. I've seen the hard work of the staff on a personal level. The attention to detail and their knowledge of Gaston County is top-notch. Moss Realty can help you make a pleasure out of life's biggest purchase. Give them a call at 704-865-5555 or log on to mossrealty.com. The number again, 704-865-5555. Moss Realty can turn dream home searching into dream home living. That number one more time, 704-865-5555. That's Moss Realty. Looking for up-to-the-minute scores of your favorite Crusader sports? www.abbeyathletics.com. Feature content, including coaches' interviews. www.abbeyathletics.com. Crusaders broadcast on demand. That's right, www.abbeyathletics.com. Your online source for all things Crusaders can be found in one place, www.abbeyathletics.com. Back here on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network, just moments away from the start of action between the Belmont Abbey Crusaders and North Greenville. The disclaimer that I always roll around when these two clubs get together, North Greenville being the visiting club, I'll recognize them as North Greenville throughout the day of action here on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. Belmont Abbey will be referred to throughout the day as the Crusaders, being the home team here on the network. As you can see, Belmont Abbey and North Greenville lining up, exchanging pleasantries with one another, handshakes. North Greenville will be going from right to left here in the first quarter. They'll be wearing the red kits this afternoon, the red shirts, the red shorts. Belmont Abbey will be going from left to right here in the opening stanza. They'll wear the white jerseys with the black shorts, as it'll be Billy Huss in the middle, facing off against Logan Bryant, as the officials making sure that everything in the middle ready for play. So glad that you could join us here on a beautiful, if not windy, Wednesday afternoon here in the western Piedmont of North Carolina. As the whistle blows and possession will go to North Greenville. And North Greenville will look to set their offense going into their own backfield. Callum Tanner trying to apply some pressure. As Braden Dixon gets it across the way, and now North Greenville will try to clear it into their offensive zone. So with possession at the top, Hunter Burgett, a senior out of Temecula, California, on the far side. They'll go back behind the frame to Austin Dixon. Players to watch will be Ethan Landreth. Offensively, he has 26 goals on the season. Chris Carpenter, 23 goals, 17 assists. He's already to the 40-point plateau on the year. North Greenville starting in a very possession-oriented type offense. They really want to spread the ball around, see if they can find some sort of mismatch as the shot taken high and sailing wide. So that shot taken for North Greenville by Matt Somjak, the junior out of Fort Mill, South Carolina. The former Yellow Jacket from Fort Mill, South Carolina, fires first, misses high and wide. It's North Greenville with the opening possession. Early moments here at Alumni Field. So glad that you could join us on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. It's Jay Clark looking to defend. They take it back behind the frame where Chris Carpenter looking for somewhere to go, looking for the pass. They'll get it back to Carpenter and float it around. Somjak took the shot and it was covered by Harley Whittam. He didn't get it into his basket cleanly, but it rattled around in the crease for a little bit and he was finally able to track it down, and now Belmont Abbey will get their first possession. So the Crusaders coming off of that 14-10 win against Limestone on Saturday. A very good team win for the Crusaders, not just because it was against Limestone, who's been the big brother in the conference for a long, long time, but the fact of how complete the effort was. From offense to defense and goalkeeping, even all the way down to the faceoffs, they were able to do some things against Limestone that previously just hadn't been done very successfully. They were much better in their success rate at the faceoffs, and that created a lot of offensive continuity for the club, as Jack Piggott was one of the main cogs in that offense. He's on the far side. Brendan McGovern, he had a marker in the contest, as he has Kyle McGinley here on the left slot. McGinley runs it back out, goes behind the frame to Wiedemann. It's McGovern, McGinley, and Piggott at the top. Wiedemann, Osborne, and Tanner working. And Jack Piggott gets it started as he finds the back of the net from the left side. And the Crusaders have the 1-0 lead. Jack Piggott got things started against Limestone on Saturday as he got the first and the last goal. So the Crusaders got the 14-10 win. He gets things going early for the Crusaders, and Belmont Abbey has a quick 1-0 advantage. Piggott with that marker has 11 goals on the season now. There are 6 Crusaders with double-figure goals scored in the season. And if Piggott can come on and sort of be a revelation for the Crusaders offensively as they get in toward tournament time, it could be a large, large help for this Belmont Abbey club. So the Crusaders will get the restart off the infraction. Sean Hanrahan will run it right down the middle with Billy Huss. Billy Huss looking for Wiedemann. Wiedemann finds Tanner across the way, and they'll reset the offense. It's Jason Hollister waiting to come on. Colin Grippo on for the Crusaders. Jack Diebold will depart as Hollister can now engage offensively. It's Osborne back to Wiedemann. The shot taken as it's going to rattle off the frame, and Wiedemann will track it back down. Adam Wiedemann, quickly the flip to Tanner. Tanner looking to do something on the lean-in, will kick it back behind to Wiedemann. Wiedemann looking for Osborne, and we're going to have a foul as the infraction, I believe, is going to be a crease violation on Osborne, giving possession to North Greenville. Belmont Abbey with the quick 1-0 lead here on this Wednesday afternoon. Temperature started this afternoon right at 80 degrees. Depending upon what part of the Piedmont you're in, you're going to surround the 80-degree mark in the upstate of South Carolina. Near the Tigerville campus, could get into the low 80s this afternoon. It's just a gorgeous day, barely a cloud in the sky. A little breezy here, as we've become accustomed to as of late. It's North Greenville running their offense behind the frame. As they have two players behind the frame coordinating the offense, Ethan Landreth and Chris Carpenter. As that pass is going to be incomplete, and the Crusaders of Belmont Abbey will get the turnover. Jake Clark will get the restart for Belmont Abbey, and he looks ahead to Sean Hanrahan. Hanrahan clears it for the Crusaders. Connor Larkin was in that offensive set, but he's going to peel off as Brendan McGovern will come on in support of the Crusaders offense. As Hanrahan will now give way for McGinley. McGinley on a run, makes the angle, gets it to Wiedemann. One of the things the Crusaders really looking to do here is create some straight line drives toward the frame as Pickett's shot sails wide from the left side. Adam Wiedemann will get the restart for the Crusaders. If they can get the overplay from the defensive unit, their passing game works well. As the Crusaders will now work with a free play as there's a flag on the field. As McGovern will take the shot, it's going to sail wide and we'll get the penalty. As the official will give us the indication. As the infraction is going to be on North Greenville's Sky Dupree. Dupree will depart, and the Crusaders will get the man-up situation.
North Greenville penalty is called on number 3, Sky Dupree. 30 seconds for pushing.
Dupree will sit down for 30 seconds, and the Crusaders will go into their offense. Ben Otrosa back behind the frame for Belmont Abbey. Callum Tanner mishandled the pass. And he's in the crease, and the turnover will go to North Greenville. As Callum Tanner was all by his lonesome. However, the pass, he was not able to put it in his pocket. If he had, it would have quickly been 2-0. And we'll have a crease violation, and just like that, the Crusaders of Belmont Abbey get the return. It's Osborne working with Tanner. Piggott and McGinley come on. So at the top, McGovern, McGinley, and Piggott. Osborne, Tanner, and Wiedemann on the bottom of the offensive set. McGovern works it around the perimeter. Now to Wiedemann. Osborne to Piggott. Piggott will fire. That shot covered up by North Greenville as it's going to get out to midfield. And now racing down with it is Ethan Landreth, as Landreth will set the offense. Piggott fired, and that ball never got about 6 feet away from him before it was smothered by North Greenville. The ricochet went out toward midfield. As the Crusaders of Belmont Abbey playing some good defense, Brody Monroe will pick up the ground ball off the forced turnover. And now the Crusaders will look to take it back down to their offensive end. So we're halfway through this first period. Belmont Abbey with the 1-0 advantage. Jack Piggott has the lone marker in this first period. North Greenville coming off an 8-5 loss to Mount Olive. And it looks like here in the early going, at the very least, this may have a bit of a defensive look to it as well. Belmont Abbey would love to be far more dynamic offensively, as they like more of an up and down style. North Greenville seems very content to play it close to the vest. They'll be opportunistic on their runouts, but they have no problem with a possession-style offense. As Osborne fires, that shot deflected away. The ball's going to end up in the woods. Mercy. Osborne fired from very close range. It took a deflection, and it didn't bounce or roll into the woods. If you're familiar with the parameters here at Alumni Field, it went into the woods. As that ball might have stopped rolling near tennis at the Reedy Tennis Facility. That shot is wide, and the Crusaders will get the restart as Liam Osborne will take care of business. Osborne working with Wiedemann. Sean Hanrahan looking for Hollister. Hollister fires, misses wide, and the Crusaders will get the restart again. And the Crusaders have absolutely no problem with being patient on offense. But where this North Greenville club might take one, maybe two shots in a possession before either converting or being stumped by the opposition, the Crusaders of Belmont Abbey might take 5 or 6 shots. Because they have a green light and they are offensively minded. Hanrahan, he'll fire. That shot misses high, and the Crusaders will get another opportunity. And it's this constant pressure of knowing that Belmont Abbey could fire from anywhere with numerous scoring threats. Puts a lot of pressure on the defensive unit. As Hanrahan goes back to Wiedemann. They'll reverse it. Osborne trying to work around Dupree. Works past Dupree. That shot deflected, and the rebound goes right back to Osborne, and he takes advantage. The Crusaders go up 2-0. As that was Liam Osborne just leaning in on Sky Dupree. He took the shot. The deflection was covered by Braden Dixon, but he was not able to keep it with him. And Osborne, continuing his run just shy of the crease, was able to hammer it home on the rebuttal. And the Crusaders have a quick 2-0 lead. It's Belmont Abbey with that 2-0 advantage. So we've got 5:45 remaining here in the first period. So glad that you could join us here on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. It's a 2-game week for men's lacrosse here at home. We'll celebrate Senior Day on Saturday against Lees McRae. It's McGovern over on the far side. Works from the left slot. He'll go to Wiedemann and now return back toward the top. McGinley on a run to the left side. Tries to split the defense. Nothing doing there for North Greenville. McGovern to Tanner, and Tanner bounces it past Braden Dixon, and the Crusaders hitting the gas in their last couple of possessions. There's a goal for the Crusaders for Callum Tanner, his 25th of the season. Belmont Abbey with a 3-0 advantage.
Assist to number 10, Brendan McGovern.
And Belmont Abbey, a possession ago, taking 6 or 7 shots before finally hitting pay dirt. Didn't take long there as they got the possession. And Tanner was able to finish the business end. So McGovern gets the assist, and the Crusaders have the 3-0 advantage. And possession will go back to the Crusaders. Dylan Harmon working the face-off there as Connor Larkin cleared it for the Crusaders and now departs for McGinley. McGinley goes to the right slot. Now to Piggott. Jack Piggott, the redshirt freshman out of Roswell, Georgia. It's Piggott back to the top to McGinley. Now McGovern running a little bit of work in the middle while Tanner takes it back behind the frame. Tanner loses his footing. So the area, as you might imagine on this natural grass surface, a little threadbare as that shot from McGinley is deflected away by Dixon. And when you get the grass wearing a little thin around the scoring areas, makes footing a little bit treacherous. Certainly the offensive player would have the advantage. He knows where he's going. The defense is just reacting. As the shot from McGinley is deflected away by Dixon, Osborne will track it down, and the Crusaders will maintain their possession as Piggott might have had that shot deflected. It'll stay with the Abbey. Sweeteman, near side to McGovern, and they'll work it around. McGinley lost the handle on it, deflected away in North Greenville. Chris Weekhorst couldn't track it down, and Belmont Abbey will get the restart. Weekhorst, the sophomore out of Oswego, New York, had gotten the deflection for North Greenville, was going to try to recover, and just couldn't do it. Colin Grippo on for the Crusaders. So he's on with Hollister and Hanrahan. Hanrahan back to Wiedemann. Osborne finds Hanrahan. Hanrahan fires high. It'll stay with Belmont Abbey.
Shots are 18-2 right now.
So we talked about Belmont Abbey not being shy on the offensive end. They have a good stat that John Fitzgerald just handed my way, an 18-2 advantage in shots. So North Greenville is going to pick it up, and that'll stop play as there'll be a foul on North Greenville. We'll wait for the official's call as Belmont Abbey will have a man up. So the infraction on North Greenville will go against Taylor Lanzillo, a sophomore out of Cherry Hill, New Jersey.
North Greenville penalty.
And a timeout
is called against number 22.
will be called for by North Greenville. We come back with 2:25 remaining in the period. We'll see what the Crusaders can do, a man up on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. We'll be right back.
Gaston County is a great place to raise a family. The benefits of the Charlotte Metro blended with the familiarity of several bedroom communities make Gaston a wonderful place to become a first-time home buyer. But in a shifting market, it's paramount to find a company that will work even harder for you in a very competitive landscape. Might I suggest to you Moss Realty? Moss Realty wants to serve you as an advocate through the home buying process. I've seen the hard work of the staff on a personal level. The attention to detail and their knowledge of Gaston County is top-notch. Moss Realty can help you make a pleasure out of life's biggest purchase. Give them a call at 704-865-5555 or log on to mossrealty.com. The number again, 704-865-5555. Moss Realty can turn dream home searching into dream home living. That number one more time, 704-865-5555. That's Moss Realty.
Back here at Alumni Field, the Crusaders of Belmont Abbey with a quick 3-0 lead. They have a man up. Folks, the housing market, ever-changing. How do the new tax laws affect both buyers and sellers in the market? Moss Realty has a knowledgeable, personable staff on the ready to assist you with life's biggest purchase. Give them a call at 704-865-5555 or log on to mossrealty.com to speak to an agent today. It's Jack Piggott will get the restart for Belmont Abbey, a 3-0 lead. So the Crusaders will gain possession. Wiedemann on with Osborne, McGinley, Tanner, Utrosa, and Piggott. Tanner with Osborne. A little different look here. So they have nobody behind the frame. As that shot's deflected away, McGinley will track it down and will keep possession. Certainly with the man-up situation, you really want to magnify the intensity of that by having another guy firing out in front of the frame. And now they'll go back to Otrosa behind the frame. Piggott will fire, not bashful. We've seen that already today. Otrosa will get the restart. Piggott to Osborne. Osborne looking for Wiedemann. Wiedemann, that shot deflected away. Otrosa and Tanner back. And the Crusaders will get the restart. And that shot by Piggott finds the back of the net. And the Crusaders have stretched it out to 4-0. As Jack Piggott has a pair, and the Crusaders lead by 4. And it's almost a circumstance there that when that minute runs off and you're no longer a man up, you find yourself in a situation, you find yourself when you're in that situation from the defensive standpoint that you almost have the inclination to exhale. However, the play is still continuing. You can't exhale. And with that, Piggott was able to find some space and from the top fires it home.
Number 4, Jack Piggott.
Piggott with the second goal of the afternoon, and the Crusaders have the 4-0 advantage. As it'll be Huss in the middle with Logan Bryant. So we'll have a stoppage, the official coming over. Apparently, whatever it was is met with his satisfaction, so we'll go back to the middle, where it'll be Bryant working against Huss. It's the Crusaders of Belmont Abbey off to a very fast start here in this penultimate regular season home matchup here in 2018. At the middle, North Greenville has it, and Logan Bryant will look to set the offense as Dixon goes far side over to Safransky. Jaron Safransky, the junior out of Fleming Island, Florida. As that ball runs along the ground, and now Liam Osborne has a chance. And we'll get a stop. And the possession will go right back to North Greenville. And we'll have a flag. So a delay of game infraction has been whistled against Liam Osborne.
Belmont Abbey penalty is called on number 21, Liam Osborne. 30 seconds delay of game.
So now North Greenville will have an opportunity just prior to the period coming to a close to put something on the board. So they've got a little bit less than a minute remaining here in the period. As North Greenville will have to pick it up out front as Burgett still having some trouble handling it. And Burgett will finally get a grip on it. Now to North Greenville. This Alex Proley back to the top to Carpenter. Carpenter at the top. Now Landreth. Landreth working behind the frame with Proley. It's the pass on the left side, the shot taken for North Greenville by number 20, Austin Zimbato, a sophomore out of Kennesaw, Georgia, a transfer from Shorter. Cesario deflects the pass away, and that's going to run the clock out. So Anthony Cesario with a good defensive play puts the exclamation point on the first period. The Crusaders with a good, solid 4-0 lead. We'll be back with the second period here on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. Back here at Alumni Field, the Crusaders with a 4-0 advantage, and the pressure that they have placed on North Greenville has been substantial. They have a 22-3 shot advantage here after one period of play. So the Crusaders have 2 goals from Jack Piggott already in the contest. Callum Tanner with a marker as well, and Liam Osborne with a goal in the first period. So the Crusaders will now switch sides with North Greenville. North Greenville will go from left to right. Here in period number 2, the Crusaders of Belmont Abbey will go from right to left. So it'll be Billy Huss in the middle, working against Logan Bryant. Folks, don't forget a couple ways that you can reach out to me this afternoon on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network, as Bryant has it going right down the middle as the shot gets past Whittem, but it's wide of the frame, and North Greenville will get possession. Early second period. The Crusaders with that 4-goal advantage. You can find me on Twitter throughout the course of the broadcast at the BASN. Would love for you to follow me using Twitter. Tag me in any of your tweets. If you do so, please be kind to me. Use the hashtag BACLive throughout so that I know that you're checking out the action. If you've got a question, I'll be happy to answer it to the best of my ability here on the Sun Deck at Alumni Field. And of course, you can always send your emails to me. BrianRushing@bac.edu. As Connor Larkin gets the deflection, and he leads it out to Cody Agrella, and the Crusaders have numbers. Agrella to Osborne, Osborne to Tanner. Tanner from point-blank range has it deflected away. As Braden Dixon got the deflection, the Crusaders now get it back, and they'll continue the offensive. As Cody Agrella got the pass from Connor Larkin, and he saw nothing but green grass and white jerseys in front of him, and he decided to take a crack at it. Tanner got the shot off, but it was covered by Dixon very nicely. The Crusaders will continue their offensive with Colin Grippo on the field, Sean Hanrahan, Jason Hollister, as Tanner, Wiedemann, and Osborne circling around the frame. It's Hanrahan on the left slot. They'll quickly go back around to Wiedemann. Wiedemann to Hanrahan. That shot covered by Dixon. Braden Dixon did a really good job, and now he outlets ahead to Matt Somjak. Somjak with the clear, and he'll pull it back out. Somjak now to Carpenter, and they'll swing it around back to the top. Burgett here on the near side, looking to find an angle around Sean Hanrahan. They'll kick it back out at the top to Alex Proley. Proley will fire, misses wide right. North Greenville will keep possession. North Greenville obviously playing with a different dynamic here in period number 2. As Belmont Abbey jumping out to that 4-0 lead, they probably have to do something they would rather not do in a tighter contest, as that ball is going to be on the back of the net. Whittem was able to cover it in the crease, and now Colin Grippo looks to run it down the middle of the field. Grippo on the clearance. Hanrahan now to Wiedemann. Wiedemann finds Grippo on the edge of the crease, and he tucks it in. And they're going to call a flag. They're going to wave the goal off. We'll see what happens here. So it looks like what's going to happen is the goal has been nullified. The goal will not count. So Alex Proley pushes in the back.
North Greenville foul is called. North Greenville penalty is called. The number 6, Alex Proley.
So I believe it was Colin Grippo that was going toward the frame, got pushed into the crease, which nullified the goal, but the foul nullified the shot. Apparently there was no continuation for that circumstance. Belmont Abbey will get possession, a man up here in the second period, up 4-0. McGinley fires. That shot misses wide left. I want to say hello to the Notarnicola family. checking out the action this afternoon. Dorothy and Steve spending some time watching the action in, well, what has to be always a lovely Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Even when it's really not lovely in Myrtle Beach, it's still probably more lovely than where you might be at the time. Not a bad place to live. Not a bad place to spend some time if you can't live there. So Belmont Abbey, hello to Steve and Dorothy this afternoon. Thank you for tuning in. We'll get to some more emails here in just a moment. It's North Greenville on the run. Derek Shealy, the freshman out of Hickory, North Carolina. Nearby, and the Crusaders will get the over and back violation. And now Jake Clark has it for the Crusaders. Want to say hello to Diana Wiedemann, checking out the action from Caledon East, Ontario. Once again, of course, the Wiedemann family will be celebrating Senior Day on Saturday with us here. It's the Crusaders, and I should correct myself, the penultimate game actually is Saturday. That's Senior Day. There is a game against Lindenwood coming up in early May, but that's after the conference tournament. And that game will have some complexity to it, as the Crusaders, regardless of what happens in the conference tournament that will be held at North Greenville, could possibly have some regional implications in that matchup against Lindenwood. I don't think it needs to. There's a shot taken by McGinley as Jack Piggott drew the foul at the top. That's what's going to bring about the flag. McGinley will fire. He puts it in the back of the frame. The goal should count, making it 5-0. As the goal scores, as the foul is going to be on North Greenville. Chris Weekhorst, the sophomore out of Oswego, New York, so he'll sit down. And the Crusaders of Belmont Abbey have a 5-0 lead.
1 minute for unnecessary roughness.
As we've got just a shade under 10 minutes remaining here in the first half. And the Crusaders
will score by number 7, Kyle McGinley.
Well, a very solid effort here in the first half offensively, and because of the magnitude of shots that they've taken, the great number of shots that they've taken here in the first half, have really limited North Greenville's ability to get back into this matchup. So apparently to Belmont Abbey this afternoon, a good offense could serve as your better defense. But don't tell the back for that, as Monroe, Agrella, Cesario, and Larkin both doing a yeoman's job this afternoon, working in concert with Harley Whittam. So North Greenville gets the face-off. Belmont Abbey with a 5-0 advantage. They'll bring on their defensive unit here against North Greenville, and North Greenville will be looking to eliminate the minute walk-off, along with trying to constitute some sort of offensive prowess here in the second period, as North Greenville has gone the first 20-plus minutes of this contest without a goal. So over on the near side, Somjak has it for North Greenville. Now on the near side, he goes back to Landreth. Somjak on the far side goes back up top to Proley. Now Carpenter. I would imagine at some point here in just a little bit. As that ball rolls along the midfield, Cesario trying to track it down. It'll stay with North Greenville as Burgett has it. The shot covered by Whittam. And Whittam now outlets to Jake Clark. Clark back behind the frame. And Chris Barrett wants a timeout. We'll hold for just a second to make sure that he doesn't want a personnel timeout. It's Belmont Abbey with the 5-0 lead. What we'll do is we will go ahead and take the timeout here on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network as the Crusaders own the 5-0 lead. We'll be right back.
Saturdays used to be for college football. Now you drive 300 miles to watch this. Don't get me wrong, you love flag dancing as much as the next guy. All 8 hours of it. But what you really love is your little girl. Yes! Nice pop toss. Flag dancing? We've been there. And with free hot breakfast and a warm welcome, we'll be there for you. Book at Hampton.com for a guaranteed discount on your next weekend stay. Hampton by Hilton.
Conference Carolinas, competition amongst 10 colleges and universities across North and South Carolina, as well as Tennessee. Over 3,000 student athletes competing at the highest level of NCAA Division II athletics, with annual selections to postseason play. Conference Carolinas is dedicated to student athletes not only succeeding on the field, but in the classroom and after graduation. Keep up with us at conferencecarolinas.com. Be sure to follow us at CONF Carolinas on our various social media platforms. Back here at Alumni Field, Belmont Abbey with a 5-0 lead, along with my producer Taylor C. this afternoon, Tori Chestnut operating the camera this afternoon, and our production assistant Seth Andrus somewhere here on the grounds of Alumni Field. Brian Rushing here with you. Before we get started, I do want to give a happy birthday wish to my mom, turning 75 today. Happy birthday, Mom. She is the impetus behind my sweet mother. And since she is, in fact, my sweet mother, I would love to wish her a happy birthday on the sunny Wednesday afternoon. I can guarantee you she's not watching, so she'll just have to take my word for it that I mentioned it. Liam Osborne with the slip, goes back up top to Hanrahan. Sean Hanrahan takes it back out top. As Grippo, Hollister, and Hanrahan at the top, Tanner, Wiedemann, and Osborne working around the frame as the shot taken by Hanrahan hits the post, but Callum Tanner cleans up the spill, and the Crusaders have the 6-goal advantage. My sweet mother!
Scored by number 3.
As Tanner took it right off the post, he was perfectly placed, and it was a chip shot from there as he gets the goal, and the Crusaders have the 6-goal advantage. For Tanner, that's his second of the afternoon, and the Crusaders off and running. It's Belmont Abbey putting together a very, and I mean very solid effort on both sides this afternoon. So we're nearing the halfway mark of the second period. Crusaders got off to a very deliberate start early. It was at one time they had an 18-2 advantage. Dylan Harmon will be called for the infraction. North Greenville will maintain possession. Don't know if you can see in Tori Chestnut's camera shot there, the wind really causing some trouble for the wind screens, or not really the wind screens, but the protective screens for the balls back behind each end zone. Is the wind having its way with it? Somjak thought about taking the shot, but he was covered by Hunter Jones. They'll reset things back at the top. So go to Blake Thompson, the sophomore out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. At the top, the shot taken, and Whittam hangs with him, has the save, and the Crusaders can now go in transition. Cesario has it on the far side. Whittem can go to Monroe, and they'll send it forward to Hunter Duford. Duford looking to clear, takes it on the far side. It's Duford on the pitch, along with Tyler Dale, as well as Vinny Voltaggio. Voltaggio can't track down that pass. It's going to go near the sideline. Duford was able to keep it in play. A solid effort there from Hunter Duford, as he literally kept that one just inside the line. Voltaggio to Wiedemann. Now to Duford. Duford, he scored on Saturday against Limestone, as the shot there goes wide left, and possession will stay with the Abbey. Wiedemann back behind the frame. Dale. Goes far side with Duford. Duford, the sophomore out of Hilton, New York. Dale, the freshman out of Rochester. Dale will fire that shot wide left. Possession stays with the Crusaders. It's Osborne. Looks to lean in on Dupree. Getting a score from Gaffney, South Carolina women's lacrosse action. South of the border is the Crusaders taking on Limestone. Limestone with a 2-1 lead 10 minutes into the contest. Voltaggio. Chris Barrett will call a timeout. That'll be his second of the half. We'll go ahead and take it with him as the Crusaders
Timeout is called by Belmont.
have the 6-0 lead on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network.
Pain. Pain doesn't just work 9 to 5. Pain can work round the clock, hours and hours, without even thinking of taking a break. So when you're hurting, you don't want to wait for an appointment.
And my apologies, we'll get that Ortho Carolina ad on, as Barrett went strictly with a personnel change there. Really shortened the timeout's duration, so we come back to the action. I can tell you that for excellence in orthopedics, there's only one name to remember, Ortho Carolina. You improved. So we'll have the Ortho Carolina postgame show coming up at the completion of this action. As Piggott has it on the left side. Piggott takes the shot and he hits the left upright. And it'll stay with the Abbey. So Osborne gets the restart. As it's McGovern, McGinley, and Piggott at the top for the Crusaders. McGinley thought about firing, but instead they'll show some patience here as Wiedemann quickly back out to Piggott. A very interesting dynamic developing at the top of Conference Carolinas. Limestone, their men's team, they're done with their conference year in the regular season as Osborne loses the handle on it. It's deflected away and Callum Tanner has it. Limestone's in the clubhouse. Their 5-1 conference record puts them at no worse than a tie for the top. Mount Olive with a loss as they lost to Limestone. Belmont Abbey with a loss as they lost to Mount Olive. Of course, the Crusaders really congesting things by winning last Saturday against Limestone. But Chris Barrett and his club makes no apologies for that. They can get the abacus out. And speaking of abacus, Kyle McGinley puts one on the board for the Crusaders as they stretch the lead to 7-0. As McGinley finds the back of the frame.
Kyle McGinley.
And the Crusaders jump out to a 7-goal advantage. As McGinley,
Number 27,
the senior out of Merritt, New York, gets the goal. For Wiedemann gets the assist. And Belmont Abbey has a 7-0 advantage. as the Crusaders with 2:40 left here in the first half have made it look pretty clinical so far today. And make no mistake, when I had a conversation early in the year with Chris Barrett, he knew that his schedule was tough, and he said so much. And we also talked off air about the conference schedule. And he said, Brian, I'm concerned about this North Greenville team. This is a team that's on the way up. The program is developing, and they're going to put a scare into everybody that they face in the conference. The kind of respect that Chris Barrett has for this North Greenville program it was incumbent upon the Crusaders of Belmont Abbey to come out blazing in this contest. And they've done that. They've taken care of their business. The Crusaders win against Limestone. Gave them a little bit of life, gave them something to play for the rest of the way. But you do not want to have the win against Limestone undone by letting North Greenville come in here and spoil the party. As that ball ripped away, and Harley Whittam has it. And Whittam with the pump fake, and he goes to Jake Clark. And now the Crusaders can go in transition as Clark gets it to Osborne. As North Greenville sets itself back up on defense well. Now Wiedemann draws the double, and he'll go back to Jack Diebolt. It's a Diebolt working back behind the frame for the Crusaders as he'll depart along with Hunter Jones. Jake Clark will also depart. Grippo and Hanrahan comes on for the Crusaders, as well as Jason Hollister. Good crowd still making their way out to Alumni Field for this 3:30 start. A good day to come out and watch any sport. But lacrosse, certainly fantastic. Hanrahan on the right side to Grippo. Grippo with the Rippo, and it's 8-0 Crusaders. As Colin Grippo went running back to the top of the crown, received the pass, and whipped the shot for Grippo. He gets the goal. Colin Grippo with goal number 7 of the season. And the Crusaders stretch it out to 8-0. Belmont Abbey will go to the locker room, and unless something really strange happens in the final 50 seconds of the first half, Chris Barrett's going to have to really go deep into his notes to find something to complain about here with this Crusaders club, as they have put together arguably their most complete half of the season together. It's Huss working in the middle. Picks it up for the Crusaders, and it goes right down the middle to Wiedemann. Wiedemann fires, and it's 9-0. Adam Wiedemann getting a chance to fire unoccupied.
Adam Wiedemann.
Billy Huss taking care of business there as he won the face-off. A straight line right down the middle, drew the defense a little too late. Wiedemann was able to fire on Braden Dixon. And the Crusaders of Belmont Abbey stretch the lead to 9. As this is most unexpected. If you'd have told me the Crusaders of Belmont Abbey would have had a halftime lead, I said, sure, this club's good enough for that. But looking at the fact that this club has put 9 goals on the board already and have shut out North Greenville through not quite 30 minutes of action, that's a win-win for the Abbey. As North Greenville looks ahead, and a timeout will be taken by North Greenville. So they'll try to set something up for the final seconds of the half. As we'll come back on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network.
Pain. Pain doesn't just work 9 to 5. Pain can work round the clock, hours and hours, without even thinking of taking a break. So when you're hurting, you don't want to wait for an appointment. You need relief now. Well, there is a solution. Ortho Carolina's Urgent Care can provide relief for the entire family when time is of the essence. Our after-hours clinics are conveniently located near you when you need us. Ortho Carolina's expert staff is ready to treat strains, sprains, minor dislocations, sports injuries, joint pain, and more. The next time you or a loved one is hurting on an evening or over the weekend, we'll be ready to help. It's the same state-of-the-art care, professionalism, and expertise that's made Ortho Carolina a leader in the Southeast. Pain doesn't happen when it's handy, and you shouldn't have to wait to get relief. Visit orthocarolina.com for a list of urgent care locations and hours. Ortho Carolina. You improve.
Back here at Alumni Field, folks, as soon as we're done with this first half of action, we'll have Crusaders at the half. We'll take a look at the numbers, give you some context in preparation for half number 2, as it's been all Belmont Abbey with about 30 seconds remaining here in the first half. We'll talk also, or at least we'll try to, about baseball's win last night, 14-4 over Lander. It's the Crusaders putting together another solid offensive effort as they prepare this weekend. 3 senior days happening almost simultaneously here on the grounds, as softball will take on Montreat Saturday. Men's lacrosse will take on Lees McRae at noon on Saturday, and the baseball will have a doubleheader against Erskine celebrating senior day. It's North Greenville with 1 shot remaining and about a half a minute to do it. It's the shot taken, and they find the, is it inside? It is inside, as it's a goal.
North Greenville goal is scored by number 5.
Matt Somjak finds the back of the net.
Somjak. Assist to number 6, Alex Bruley.
So Somjak breaks the drought for North Greenville. Somjak with the goal, his 7th of the season. And the Crusaders of Belmont Abbey will not take a shutout into the locker room as they score with less than 15 seconds remaining in the half. As Dylan Harmon will be in the middle. Belmont Abbey with the 9-1 advantage now. So the 9-goal run stopped by North Greenville with a marker just prior to the end of the first half. As Harmon trying to work, as it's picked up by Hanrahan, and now the Crusaders have one final run at it. So they'll go to Osborne. Osborne to Wiedemann. Wiedemann fires that shot wide left. And they got to work fast. It's Tanner. He's going to have to look ahead to Wiedemann. And Wiedemann almost was able to bury it home just prior to the horn. But we go to the locker room. Belmont Abbey 9, North Greenville 1. We'll be back on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. And we're back here at Alumni Field. Crusaders at the half, as it's been all Belmont Abbey here in this first half. A goal for North Greenville inside 30 seconds remaining of the half was the only solace that North Greenville has had in this first half, as the Crusaders have put 36 shots up, 18 on frame. They converted on half of them, with 4 coming off of assist. Callum Tanner, Jack Piggott, and Kyle McGinley with 2 markers each. Colin Grippo, Adam Wiedemann, and Liam Osborne with each with markers here in this contest, as the Crusaders have a commanding 9-1 advantage, as it's been all Crusaders here in this contest. Billy Huss has been 3 out of 7 in face-offs. Dylan Harmon 3 out of 5 this afternoon, as the Crusaders have gone 50% on the face-offs, but it really hasn't mattered. The Crusaders defense have done a yeoman's job this afternoon against North Greenville, and when they've gone to offense, they've had absolutely no trouble finding the back of the net, as they were able to put 9 goals in the first half against North Greenville. So we take it North Greenville's side. They took 8 shots in the half, 5 on frame. They did convert 1, as Matt Somjak had the marker just prior to the horn, concluding the first half. The Crusaders put together a 9-goal run. Started a little bit slowly, as they were halfway through the first period, just had 1 goal, but they would hit the gas and stretch it out against North Greenville in a big, big way, as the Crusaders poised to take their record to 4-1 in the conference. We took a look earlier, as Limestone, Mount Olive, and Belmont Abbey all with 1 loss in the conference. Mount Olive has 1 remaining conference contest left. Belmont Abbey with 2. The Crusaders well on their way to winning this one, though there's still another half left to play. If the Crusaders were to run the table this week, defeating North Greenville and Lees McRae, and Mount Olive wins this week in their final contest in conference, you'll have a 3-way tie at the top at 5-1 between the 3 clubs. If I'm not mistaken, the way the tiebreaker will be handled is they will have a draw. They will pick who will get the 1 seed in the conference. Now here's how that goes. For the Crusaders, if they get picked as the 1 seed, they'll go to North Greenville ready for a semifinal matchup next weekend, and they'll have the 1 seed as long as they win in that tournament. What that does is it'll go versus the 2 and the 3 teams that are left in the conference. Whoever has the win in the head-to-head matchup will get the midweek off, as they will get a bye, being one of the top 2 teams in the conference according to the breakdown of the tournament positioning. The 3 team will really get the short end of the stick, as they will be playing a quarterfinal matchup next Tuesday. If you're the Crusaders of Belmont Abbey and you can't win the draw, what you would prefer is you would prefer Mount Olive to win the draw and be the 1st seed. That way they would be the 2 seed, forcing Limestone to play the midweek quarterfinal matchup in the conference tournament. A lot to play still, and a lot to play for, but that's sort of the way the breakdown lays out here when it comes to the 3 teams at the top. North Greenville would have to do some work, as they would like to somehow get themselves in position for a bye in the quarterfinal. They would have to win the 2 remaining games that they have this week and get some help in the conference if they were to get that bye. But with that said, we're about 30 minutes away from action to determining who wins between North Greenville and Belmont Abbey. Folks, don't forget 2 ways you can reach out to me. You can find me on Twitter at the BASN. Love for you to follow me. Love for you to tag me in tweets. If you do, please use the hashtag BACLive. And then, of course, you can always send those emails to me throughout the course of the broadcast. Brian Rushing at BAC.edu. That's Brian Rushing at BAC.edu. When we come back, we'll have the second half between the Crusaders of Belmont Abbey and the Crusaders of North Greenville on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. We'll be right back.
Want to get the most out of your next getaway or business trip? Get over to Belmont, North Carolina, and feel the Hamptonality. At the Hampton and Charlotte Belmont at Moncross, we give you friendly service at a great value.
You'll rest easy on our clean and fresh Hampton bed. The crisp white linens and duvet give a fresh start to every guest each morning. Every morning begins with our free hot breakfast, including delicious waffles and hearty oatmeal. And with free Wi-Fi, you're guaranteed to stay connected. We're conveniently located just 8 miles from the center of Charlotte, 7 miles from the Charlotte Douglas International Airport, and just 1 mile from Belmont Abbey College. Book your stay by visiting Hampton.com or by calling 704-825-6100. Again, that's Hampton.com or calling 704-825-6100. Feel the Hamptonality at the preferred hotel for Crusaders athletics, the Hampton in Charlotte Belmont at Montross. Looking for up-to-the-minute scores of your favorite Crusader sports? www.abbeyathletics.com. Feature content, including coaches' interviews. www.abbeyathletics.com. Crusaders broadcast on demand. That's right, www.abbeyathletics.com. Your online source for all things Crusaders can be found in one place, www.abbeyathletics.com.
Pain. Pain doesn't just work 9 to 5. Pain can work round the clock, hours and hours, without even thinking of taking a break. So when you're hurting, you don't want to wait for an appointment. You need relief now. Well, there is a solution. Ortho Carolina's Urgent Care can provide relief for the entire family when time is of the essence. Our after-hours clinics are conveniently located near you when you need us. Ortho Carolina's expert staff is ready to treat strains, sprains, minor dislocations, sports injuries, joint pain, and more. The next time you or a loved one is hurting on an evening or over the weekend, we'll be ready to help. It's the same state-of-the-art care, professionalism, and expertise that's made Ortho Carolina a leader in the Southeast. Pain doesn't happen when it's handy, and you shouldn't have to wait to get relief. Visit orthocarolina.com for a list of urgent care locations and hours. Ortho Carolina. You improved.
Gaston County is a great place to raise a family. The benefits of the Charlotte Metro blended with the familiarity of several bedroom communities make Gaston a wonderful place to become a first-time homebuyer. But in a shifting market, it's paramount to find a company that will work even harder for you in a very competitive landscape. Might I suggest to you Moss Realty? Moss Realty wants to serve you as an advocate through the home buying process. I've seen the hard work of the staff on a personal level. And we're back here for second half action on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. The Crusaders going from left to right here in period number 3 as Dylan Harmon will be in the middle for the Belmont Abbey Crusaders. Belmont Abbey with that 9-1 advantage coming out of the locker room as North Greenville will try to advance it as Alex Proley has it. The shot taken wide left. It'll stay with North Greenville. So the shot was taken there by Austin Dixon, the sophomore attacker out of Simpsonville, South Carolina. So I would imagine North Greenville coming out of the locker room probably going to have to change their offensive narrative. They got to essentially, if there's a such thing as a 2-minute offense in lacrosse, they've got to work it out. They've got some distance to cover, and they only have 30 minutes to do it. Somjak goes back to the top for Burgett. Somjak had the marker at the end of the half, stopping a 9-0 run for the Crusaders. Now North Greenville going to have to try to see if they can trim this deficit a little bit. And this is the time where you would imagine if you're Belmont Abbey, if you're going to have a letdown, this is where you might do it, coming out of the locker room flat. Chris Barrett, I can guarantee you, wants no part of that. And Anthony Cesario with the steal. And Cesario will march it right down the middle as he'll go to Jake Clark, and Jake Clark gets the clearance. And the Crusaders can be as deliberate as they want to be here, but as efficient as they were in that first half. And you look at it, I mean, they only had half of their shots that were on goal, and only half of those shots found the back of the net. But when you outshoot the opposition 36-8 in the first half, really, you're just really increasing the pressure by taking that many shots. McGovern goes back to McGinley at the top. He with Piggott on the field along with Wiedemann, Osborne, and Tanner. And then continuing to sort of describe lacrosse action in a way that folks that may not be all that familiar with the sport can understand. Certainly North Carolina, a basketball state, there's no question. We've talked about what the face-off means offensively for a club. Is that ball ripped away, and now North Greenville has possession. The Crusaders, if they position themselves on offense well, that pass stolen away from Jack Piggott, showing some ultra athleticism there. Now the Crusaders can go on the offensives. McGinley fires, and that shot taken and covered by Braden Dixon. But with the Crusaders having Adam Wiedemann behind the frame on a lot of those shots, as long as he is the farthest back and closest to the line when the ball goes out of bounds, it's as if he's collected an offensive rebound. So picture a basketball team just continuing to shoot the ball at the basket, and they continue to get the offensive rebound. That's how you relate lacrosse on the offensive end. Unlike basketball, just because you're the last person to touch it going out of bounds doesn't necessarily mean you lose it. If you have an incompleted pass that goes out of bounds, of course the turnover gives it to the opposing club. If you're firing a shot on offense, you're rewarded with the ball back as long as your offensive player or an offensive player is at the back line at the point to where the ball goes out of bounds. If you're the closest to the ball when it goes out of bounds off a shot, you keep ball. Agrella trying to negotiate things behind the frame. He'll go to Brody Monroe. So for those of you that are still trying to get into lacrosse, hopefully that little illustration there might help you make sense of it. It's Osborne on the far side, looking for help, goes to Hanrahan, and now Hollister and Grippo will come in support. Grippo has a marker this afternoon, looking for Wiedemann. Wiedemann's going to turn and fire, and the Crusaders get to double figures. As Adam Wiedemann had a chance to square his shoulders, and he fired past Dixon, and the Crusaders have the 10-1 lead. Grippo gets the assist, but Wiedemann with the marker. As Adam Wiedemann picks up for himself this afternoon his second goal of the contest, and the Crusaders take the lead back to 9. And as we've talked about before, now with the face-off, it's essentially like a jump ball in basketball. And with the likes of Dylan Harmon and Billy Huss, it's almost like having a 7-foot center to tip the ball for you. You have a considerable advantage. As North Greenville will get possession on this side, and they'll go into their offense. Somjak back to the top where Burgett waits. Burgett flips it across and switches sides with Proley. As the flag is up, North Greenville gets a free play, and Whittem is going to try to cover the shot, but it's going to be a goal for North Greenville. As they find the back of the net, the flag will be waved off, the infraction nullified, as North Greenville effectively on a free play scores the goal.
North Greenville goal is scored by number 6, Alex Proley, unassisted.
So Proley with the marker, making it 10-2. Proley with 15 goals on the year. He's the 4th leading goal scorer for the North Greenville club. And they get it back to within 8. And this is a scenario for North Greenville. They're going to have to put together a run of goals. they're going to have to try to rattle off 4 or 5 in a row if they can as we near the 9-minute mark remaining here in the third period. Huss has it for the Crusaders. Huss will fire. That shot deflected away by Dixon, and Wiedemann has it. Osborne. Jones mishandles, but recovers. And Wiedemann is going to come off. And coming on for the Crusaders will be James Booth, the redshirt freshman out of Shirley, New York. Hollister goes quickly to Hanrahan. Osborne, he fires and he bounces it past Dixon. And the lead goes back to 9 at 11-2.
Scored by number 21, Liam Osborne, unassisted.
And on the 11th point of the contest, the goal, the 11th of the year, and the Crusaders have taken the lead back to 9. So the Crusaders, after Osborne's goal, his second of the day, and it's 11-2, and Billy Huss will have it for Belmont Abbey. Hunter Jones will clear it for the Crusaders. It's Osborne. And North Greenville on a scramble as they were trying to get personnel on and off the field so they could defend this offering. As Juford will have it with Voltaggio. Tyler Dale will come on in this offensive set. Dale to Duford. Now Voltaggio. And the Crusaders will get the free play as the flag goes up against North Greenville. Crusaders make the play call. As the wind just continues to howl here. Have mercy. Booth will lean in, pass it back to Osborne. Duford takes it back behind the frame, draws a double, and now they'll go to reset. Osborne fires, and it's covered by Dixon, but the whistle comes out and we'll have an infraction. So we'll wait on the official's verdict. The Crusaders will be up a man again. There's 2 fouls on North Greenville. The offside call goes against North Greenville on Zachary Plath. So coming off for North Greenville.
North Greenville penalties
Will be Ethan Landreth. It's the Crusaders.
by number 4, Dawson Long.
Will be in a really good situation here. As North Greenville will have 2 guys sitting. As Landreth sitting along with Dawson Long. And the Crusaders, if there was ever a circumstance here to where they should score almost immediately,
To number 30, Ethan Landreth.
this would be it. It's the Crusaders working against only 4 defensive players in the field along with the keeper, Dixon. Belmont Abbey in a prime spot to stretch their lead to what would be 10 goals as they lead 11-2. McGinley. Wademan to Osborne. They'll fire. McGinley trying to poke it free will have a whistle. A crease violation, and possession will go to North Greenville. As North Greenville dodges a bullet there, and they'll try to work off these penalties. Is looking to advance it for North Greenville is Zach Randolph. And the Crusaders of Belmont Abbey trying to put on copious pressure against this North Greenville club. And I would imagine in this circumstance for North Greenville, they have no interest really at this point. Well, now that they're in the offensive and the players have come out, they can go into some normal offensive. Somjak. He has one of the two markers for North Greenville. Is the shot taken there? So that's good ball movement by North Greenville. Is running right down the middle on the play was Ethan Landreth. He gets the goal, and it's 11-3.
North Greenville goal is scored by number 30, Ethan Landreth. Assist to number 20.
For Landreth, that's goal number 27 on the year. And North Greenville has cut the lead to 8 at 11-3. So Dylan Harmon in the middle, working against Logan Bryant. So the ball still along the ground. It's Harmon still trying to track it down, but now Connor Larkin will come on for the Abbey. And he'll run it down the middle, losing the handle on it, and it's covered by North Greenville. Is picking it up is Taylor Lenzilo. Five and a half minutes remaining here in the third period. Belmont Abbey with an 8-goal advantage. That ball ripped away. Anthony Cesario getting the defensive help, and now it runs along the ground. Clark had it for a moment, but now Cody Agrella, the sure-handed one out of Reno, Nevada, will go to Whittam, and the Crusaders will look to advance. Monroe on the far side. And now McGovern will clear it across, and the Crusaders will go into their offensive. McGovern still has it, even though he took a tumble. And possession will go to North Greenville. Crowley has one of the 3 goals for North Greenville this afternoon as they go back to the top for Hunter Burgett. Crowley leans in against Diebold. That pass is going to get away from North Greenville, and Belmont Abbey will get the turnover. Hanrahan with it at the top. It's Hollister coming on. Grippo looking for an opportunity to come on as he'll enter the fray here in this latter segment of the third period. Grippo on the right slot to Wiedemann. Now Osborne. Osborne beats his man. Is that shot taken? Now Wiedemann quickly. Grippo had it broken up, and it's tracked down, and we'll have a violation. So it's going to stay with the Crusaders. I thought there was a violation, as it looked like that Dixon might have taken a shot to the helmet. It's Osborne. Goes far side to Tanner. Tanner to Wiedemann. Hanrahan gets stopped short. Now they'll go back to Wiedemann. So Wiedemann goes around the crease area. So Wiedemann was off the field earlier, but has since come back on. Osborne will fire, and Osborne beats Dixon. Osborne had a tight angle, but he was perfectly positioned for it. He hammered it high, and the Crusaders take the lead to 12-3.
Good score by number 21, Liam Osborne. Assist to number 12, Sean Hanrahan.
So Osborne with the marker has his third of the contest. And the Crusaders take the lead back to 9. And as long as North Greenville is capable of just exchanging goals with Belmont Abbey, they are going to run out of time quickly with no opportunity to come back in this contest. As the Crusaders, after a 9-goal run to start essentially the first 29 minutes of the contest, have pretty much kept North Greenville at arm's length. As Bryant has it for North Greenville. That pass broken up by Hunter Jones, and now Cesario has it. Monroe to Voltaggio. And the turnover gives it back to North Greenville. It's Austin Dixon. Now North Greenville will look to continue their offensive narrative. 90 seconds remaining here in this third quarter. Was the shot taken, and Whittam smothers it up there as Hunter Burgett went down the middle, had space, took the shot, but Whittam covered it cleanly. It's Osborne. And Voltaggio and Duford will come on for the Crusaders in this attack unit. Belmont Abbey can effectively, if they choose to, salt away the remainder of this third period. Know that that's not going to necessarily be their MO here. But if they can salt away the rest of the third period while at the same time getting one final shot off, knowing that they go to the fourth period with a 9-goal advantage, that's something that Chris Barrett can certainly settle for, even if they could, in fact, take a 10-goal advantage. Dale behind the frame. Duford. Inside, 10 seconds remaining. Wiedemann fires and he misses wide left. It'll stay with the Crusaders. If they're going to do anything, they'll have to do it quickly, as they'll fire it at the top, and that ball's going to go out of bounds. We've played 3 periods here at Alumni Field. The Crusaders out in front by a 12-3 score. We'll be back for the fourth quarter in just a moment.
Third quarter.
Saturdays used to be for college football. Now you drive 300 miles to watch this. Don't get me wrong, you love flag dancing as much as the next guy. All 8 hours of it. But what you really love is your little girl. Yes! Nice pop toss. Flag dancing? We've been there. And with free hot breakfast and a warm welcome, we'll be there for you. Book at Hampton.com for a guaranteed discount on your next weekend stay. Hampton by Hilton.
Looking for up-to-the-minute scores of your favorite Crusader sports? www.abbeyathletics.com. Feature content, including coaches' interviews. www.abbeyathletics.com. Crusaders broadcast on demand. That's right, www.abbeyathletics.com. Your online source for all things Crusaders can be found in one place, www.abbeyathletics.com. Back here at a very, very windy alumni field here for period number 4. As Belmont Abbey poised to win their 4th conference game of the season. As the win today would go 4-1 on the conference year with only Lees McRae left to play. A loss for North Greenville this afternoon, which looks like probably will happen, will position them in a way to where they absolutely will be playing in a quarterfinal, though they will still likely play at home in that midweek contest. For the two teams that get the bye into the semifinals, right now, Lees McRae, Chowan, and North Greenville seem to be in that spot where they would absolutely play in the midweek, especially if this matchup stays the way it is. Is next week, well, actually, starting this past weekend, as the conference golf tournament got going in the eastern part of North Carolina. Congratulations to the Limestone women's team and the North Greenville men's team winning the conference golf tournament. We've got tennis coming up as well as volleyball, and then next week we'll have softball and baseball. And the Crusaders baseball team still playing for a lot. They've got a final home series against Erskine coming up Friday and Saturday. We'll bring 2 of those games to you on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network as the shot from Jack Piggott on the left slot was deflected away by Dixon. Possession stays with the Crusaders. It's Belmont Abbey with a 12-3 lead here in the early moments of the 4th period, as they have been very, very solid this afternoon. It's Booth, McGovern, Piggott, Huss on as well in the offensive attack area for the Crusaders. It's a little bit of a wrinkle that Chris Barrett's rolling out here in this one. And Huss, the only thing he's doing is working on the left edge as the clock will get started. And now McGinley will come on as we're inside 22 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Wiedemann fires, gets it past Dixon, and the Crusaders have stretched the lead to 10.
Belmont Abbey goal scored by number 27, Adam Wiedemann, unassisted.
So Wiedemann's got 3 on the afternoon. For Adam Wiedemann, it's goals number 20, 21, or I should say 21, 22, and 23. And the Crusaders stretch it out, leading 13-3. To give you an idea of what the broadcast schedule is going to look like this coming weekend, we will have a Friday broadcast of baseball action, 5:45 airtime for a 6 o'clock first pitch, as it'll be Doc Busby throwing most likely for the Crusaders against Erskine. we'll have the senior day matchup here at men's lacrosse against Lees McRae. That'll be an 11:45 airtime, so prepare your day, get an early breakfast. If you've got to cut your grass, if you even have grass, some may not, as cold as it's been. But get your grass cut and get back inside and get ready for men's lacrosse action if you're not making it to Alumni Field this Saturday. As soon as we're done with the men's lacrosse action, we will join baseball in progress. Most likely, we will be bringing you the third game of the series, the 7-inning middle game. Most likely, we will not get to. Unless we get all the breaks that day, then we might be able to bring the tail end of it. We'll just have to wait and see. It's North Greenville with possession, back behind the frame. Cesario running defensively as it goes back to the top. Austin Zimbato. It's the ball out near the corner. Crusaders trying to track it down, and it's going to go to Belmont Abbey off of North Greenville. In that situation, whoever it goes off of last, like basketball, the opposing team gets possession. Hanrahan near the midfield line. Brody Monroe trying to offer some help, and now Jason Hollister has it. And he's got green grass in front of him, and he's got some numbers to his advantage as Wiedemann will pull it back out and can be as patient as he so desires. The Crusaders with a 10-goal advantage. They've got time on their side, and they don't have to be in a real big hurry for anything. Grippo on the left side. To Hollister. Hollister fires. That's covered by Dixon. And Booth was in the crease. And possession will go to North Greenville. The wind this afternoon, though it's 80 degrees here, the fans are on full blast going across the field from the bleachers over here to the sun deck. And ordinarily, you'd appreciate the wind because it gives you a little bit of a cooling effect. However, if the canopy goes flying off, there's a possibility we have casualties. As Dion Lane's going to be our last hope in the back of the sun deck, and he may end up in the trees. And that's not good for anybody, especially Dion Lane. It's Ethan Landreth trying to work around. He fires the shot, and Whittem keeps it out in front. Is once that ball gets into the front of the crease area, it is very hard to spot it because where Harley Whittem, or any keeper for that matter, is positioned, there's nothing but dirt there. And that ball blends in easily as Hanrahan will clear it for the Crusaders. So Hunter Duford on. Dale will come on along with Vinny Voltaggio. So Dale here on the near side will try to work around Somjak. He gets the step now to Duford. Duford fires. That ball deflected in the air by Dixon. It's going to run along the ground, and Wiedemann's going to come on and track it down for the Crusaders. Dale to Duford. Duford now to Voltaggio. Voltaggio takes it off the shoe of Dixon, and it'll be possession Crusaders. Duford has it on the far side. Voltaggio. Osborne will smother it in front, playing it off the chest. And goes back up to Dale. Duford to Wiedemann. And now they continue the possession offense. A 10-goal advantage for Belmont Abbey, 13-3 as the shot taken by Dale bounces over the crossbar, and it'll stay with the Abbey. Osborne. Voltaggio. So the Crusaders maintaining possession. Just working it around methodically. Duford will take the shot, and he finds the back of the net. As Hunter Duford makes it 14-3. As Duford, the youngster, finds the back of the net, the sophomore out of Hilton, New York, and the Crusaders have stretched the lead to 11.
Coming to the goal, let's score. Number 19, Hunter Duford.
As we near the halfway mark of the fourth period, and the Crusaders continue to pour it on. As Dylan Harmon will be in the middle for Belmont Abbey. As the effort by the Crusaders of Belmont Abbey this afternoon have been about as complete as you can possibly ask for. As we knew that this club played at a high level on Saturday, that goes without saying, but it looks like they almost increased the effort and the dynamic this afternoon against North Greenville. Derek Shealy, the freshman up the road on North 321 in Hickory, North Carolina. So you're starting to see more players come out of the Western Piedmont. Some out of the Charlotte area. And then, of course, Shealy is the first player, though I'm sure he's not the only player that's come out of the Hickory area, but one of the few, certainly the few that I've seen, the first of the few that I've seen on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network this year. As the game is starting to grow in popularity in the South, as Hunter Jones has it for the Crusaders. As McGovern and Piggott will come on for the Crusaders. McGovern now to McGinley. So the Crusaders had a 4-0 advantage after one period, and they continued to play with a high level of offensive prowess. Had a 9-goal advantage going into the latter moments of the second period. A goal from Somjak of North Greenville made it 9-1, but they've continued to apply the pressure as the shot taken by McGinley as it hits off of Dixon. And possession will stay with the Crusaders. Six minutes remain here at Alumni Field. Folks, don't forget, as soon as we're done, we'll have the Ortho Carolina postgame show where we'll take a look at the numbers, give you some context, and then get you ready for Saturday's action here at Alumni Field. Of course, that game time will be 11:45 airtime for a 12 o'clock face-off. A doubleheader of action on Saturday before we go into a weekend of tournament action. It looks like that the women will be hosting on Wednesday as that shot taken, and Dixon smothers it for North Greenville. So the women will play at 4 o'clock on Wednesday. We'll have baseball from Burlington on Thursday and the opener of the tournament. The time we do not know yet. It all depends on what happens this weekend. So the Crusaders are still in a position where they could end up being the 3 seed in the tournament, or they could conceivably get to the top spot. Somjak goes near side to Burgett. That shot taken. Whittem watches it go off to his left, off to the right. Possession will go to the Crusaders of Belmont Abbey. So the effort against Queens on the road earlier in the season was a very solid performance. That was a 10-4 win against the Royals, but today looking all the better. Zutrosa on with Booth. Also on for the Crusaders, Aaron White. Aaron White, the freshman out of Aliso Niguel, California. Grippo, Hanrahan, and Hollister. So the original 6 attackers off the field for the Crusaders in this offensive set. Hollister to Hanrahan. Utrosa losing the handle on it for the Crusaders was Aaron White. Now Dixon loses the handle on it in midfield, and Connor Larkin is going to go down the middle to Booth, and Booth misses wide right. As Booth had a chance, he gets hit, and Utrosa loses the handle on it, and it still runs along the ground, and Utrosa picks it up, loses it again, and now Connor Larkin has it. He gets it ripped away, and we play on. Along the ground it goes, and Utrosa has it. And we'll have a timeout called for by Chris Barrett. And that's just going to be a personnel timeout. We're going to keep it right here on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. As Chris Barrett, as soon as he got the whistle, said he just wanted to bring on his personnel for this offensive set. Late into the fourth quarter, the Crusaders with the 14-3 lead. 2:54 remaining. As Barrett has the personnel he wants on the field. And we go back to the action. As Dale, Duford, Voltaggio, Utrosa, Booth, and White. Whoa, Dale with something fancy. He draws the infraction. Missed the shot, but gets the continuation on the possession. As Cody Agrella will depart. Anthony Cesario will see the end of his day, as we'll have a flag. And the penalty flags were thrown airborne, and the wind caught him and tossed him about 30 yards. And the players are having difficulty now even hearing the whistles that the wind is blowing so hard. I feel like I'm calling this match on the set of Twister. As the wind is blowing everything straight across the field. As I'm sure you can hear it in the crowd microphone, this wind is nothing to mess with. As North Greenville will get possession.
They're both in minute. 25 for a cross check, 40 for a They're both 1 minute foul. Get it on the board.
So the foul on Belmont Abbey will be on Vinny Voltaggio. The foul on North Greenville will be on Zach Randolph.
Zach Randolph. 1 minute.
Chris Barrett trying to plead his case for Vinny Voltaggio,
1 minute.
but he's not going to find any satisfaction in that unsportsmanlike call. So Somjak will come back on for North Greenville. And North Greenville will look to clear it out. Is on for the Crusaders. Jason Flores is on. Cooper Sidewan is on for the Crusaders. Also onto the pitch is Quentin Pearson. Also on for the Abbey is Jamie Wolf. In goal now for the Crusaders is Ryan McLaughlin. As Harley Whittam's day has come to a close. Also on for Belmont Abbey in this defensive unit, Gerard Del Grosso. So I think I've got all of them. As North Greenville looks to attack. So now Jones comes back on for the Crusaders. On for North Greenville, Austin Zimbato. So we have 1 minute remaining from Alumni Field. As that ball runs along the ground, it's now airborne out of bounds, and it'll stay with North Greenville. As that ball runs along the ground, it's picked up by McLaughlin. And the Crusaders, that ball's pass was incompleted. And now at midfield, we'll have a scrum. 2 North Greenville players along the ground. And North Greenville will pick it back up. As Chris Weekhorst will have it for North Greenville. Final opportunity for North Greenville to trim the lead as the Crusaders of Belmont Abbey have owned the run of play throughout the day. Somjak looking out as that ball's deflected away. Sidewand defending for the Crusaders along with Jamie Wolf, as that'll do it. Belmont Abbey with a 14-3 convincing win this afternoon over North Greenville. We'll move their record to 4-1 in conference. When we come back, we'll have the Ortho Carolina postgame show coming up on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. We'll be right back.
Final score.
Want to get the most out of your next getaway or business trip? Get over to Belmont, North Carolina, and feel the Hamptonality. At the Hampton Inn Charlotte Belmont at Moncross, we give you friendly service at a great value. You'll rest easy on our clean and fresh Hampton bed. The crisp white linens and duvet give a fresh start to every guest each morning. Every morning begins with our free hot breakfast, including delicious waffles and hearty oatmeal. And with free Wi-Fi, you're guaranteed to stay connected. We're conveniently located just 8 miles from the center of Charlotte, 7 miles from the Charlotte Douglas International Airport, and just 1 mile from Belmont Abbey College. Book your stay by visiting Hampton.com or by calling 704-825-6100. Again, that's Hampton.com or calling 704-825-6100. Feel the Hamptonality at the preferred hotel for Crusaders athletics, the Hampton Inn Charlotte Belmont at Moncross. Looking for up-to-the-minute scores of your favorite Crusader sports? www.abbeyathletics.com. Feature content, including coaches' interviews. www.abbeyathletics.com. Crusaders broadcast on demand. That's right, www.abbeyathletics.com. Your online source for all things Crusaders can be found in one place, www.abbeyathletics.com.
Pain. Pain doesn't just work 9 to 5. Pain can work round the clock, hours and hours, without even thinking of taking a break. So when you're hurting, you don't want to wait for an appointment. You need relief now. Well, there is a solution. Ortho Carolina's Urgent Care can provide relief for the entire family when time is of the essence. Our after-hours clinics are conveniently located near you when you need us. Ortho Carolina's expert staff is ready to treat strains, sprains, minor dislocations, sports injuries, joint pain, and more. The next time you or a loved one is hurting on an evening or over the weekend, we'll be ready to help. It's the same state-of-the-art care, professionalism, and expertise that's made Ortho Carolina a leader in the Southeast. Pain doesn't happen when it's handy, and you shouldn't have to wait to get relief. Visit orthocarolina.com for a list of urgent care locations and hours. Ortho Carolina. You improve.
Gaston County is a great place to raise a family. The benefits of the Charlotte Metro blended with the familiarity of several bedroom communities make Gaston a wonderful place to become a first-time home buyer. But in a shifting market, it's paramount to find a company that will work even harder for you in a very competitive landscape. Might I suggest to you Moss Realty? Moss Realty wants to serve you as an advocate through the home buying process. I've seen the hard work of the staff on a personal level. The attention to detail and their knowledge of Gaston County is top-notch. Moss Realty can help you make a pleasure out of life's biggest purchase. Give them a call at 704-865-5555 or log on to mossrealty.com. The number again, 704-865-5555. Moss Realty can turn dream home searching into dream home living. That number one more time, 704-865-5555. That's Moss Realty. Looking for up-to-the-minute scores of your favorite Crusader sports? www.abbeyathletics.com. Feature content, including coaches' interviews. www.abbeyathletics.com. Crusaders broadcast on demand. That's right, www.abbeyathletics.com. Your online source for all things Crusaders can be found in one place, www.abbeyathletics.com. Back here at Alumni Field, the Crusaders with the 14-3 win this afternoon against North Greenville, moving their record to 4-1 in the conference year. You'll see the Crusaders players prepare for the alma mater here in just a moment. Well, I've got an opportunity. I want to remind all you folks, for those of you that are coming in for senior weekend early, let me remind you, on Friday, be sure to join us as Belmont Abbey College Athletics takes part in the Bill Hodge Memorial 5K and Fun Run here on Friday, April the 20th, here on the campus. The run starts at 4:30, with many of our student athletes participating in this journey around the campus as we honor our former track and field and cross-country coach in this annual event. Be sure to stick around as well as baseball. We'll take on Erskine later on in the evening in the final conference regular season games of the 2018 home schedule. For more information on how you can participate, 704-461-6235. That's 704-461-6235 as we look forward to seeing you Friday evening on the campus here as we honor Bill Hodge with the annual 5K and Fun Run on Friday evening. As the Crusaders, with a very solid performance, arguably their most complete performance of the year, as they take the win against North Greenville by a 14-3 score, as they move themselves to 4-1 on the year in conference play, with an opportunity against Lees McRae. If they pick up the win against Lees McRae, they would go to 5-1 in the conference and would position themselves possibly to be in a three-way tie for the end of the conference regular season championship. The way it breaks down is if for some reason Mount Olive were to lose their final game of the year, the Crusaders would then get the 1 seed, having defeated Limestone. However, if the 3 teams end up 5-1 in the conference, they'll have a draw. Whoever draws to win the 1 seed in the conference, they'll go head-to-head for teams 2 and 3 is to see who gets the bye in the quarterfinals and who will be playing a quarterfinal home matchup against most likely what it would be Lees McRae. Back here on the Ortho Carolina postgame show, folks, want to thank Dr. Ron John Matra and Blair Primus for all that they do. Folks, don't forget, for excellence in orthopedics, there's only one name to remember, Ortho Carolina. You improved as the Crusaders with the 14-3 win this afternoon. We come back on the other side of this Ortho Carolina postgame timeout. We'll get you set for what's going on this weekend. We'll try to see if we can get some final numbers for the contest today, and then we'll turn it over this afternoon as the Crusaders win 14-3 on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. We'll be right back.
Pain. Pain doesn't just work 9 to 5. Pain can work round the clock, hours and hours, without even thinking of taking a break. So when you're hurting, you don't want to wait for an appointment. You need relief now. Well, there is a solution. Ortho Carolina's Urgent Care can provide relief for the entire family when time is of the essence. Our after-hours clinics are conveniently located near you when you need us. Ortho Carolina's expert staff is ready to treat strains, sprains, minor dislocations, sports injuries, joint pain, and more. The next time you or a loved one is hurting on an evening or over the weekend, we'll be ready to help. It's the same state-of-the-art care, professionalism, and expertise that's made Ortho Carolina a leader in the Southeast. Pain doesn't happen when it's handy, and you shouldn't have to wait to get relief. Visit orthocarolina.com for a list of urgent care locations and hours. Ortho Carolina. You improve.
Back here at Alumni Field, final segment of the Ortho Carolina postgame show. Folks, don't forget, for excellence in orthopedics, Ortho Carolina, you improved. I want to say hello to Beth Larkin, who sends out an email today. Beth, thank you for the kind words. And yes, now you know the origins of where my sweet mother comes from, as my mother celebrates her 75th birthday today. So happy birthday, Mom. Hope you have a fantastic remainder to your day. I do want to make you aware of one thing that will be going on Monday here on the campus, and you can find more about it on www.abbeyathletics.com as we progress the rest of the week. On April the 23rd, the Belmont Abbey Athletics Department will celebrate the best of the best inside the Wheeler Center with our annual awards reception presented by Publix Supermarkets as we honor student athletes excelling on the field, in the community, and in the classroom. Be sure to follow www.abbeyathletics.com for more info on this year's annual awards reception presented by Publix Supermarkets, where shopping is a pleasure. It's the Crusaders with the 14-3 win today over North Greenville. They got off to a fantastic start with a 4-goal advantage going into the second period. They would stretch that run to 9 consecutive goals against North Greenville in that second period before finally North Greenville would get a goal from Matt Somjak, the junior out of Fort Mill, South Carolina, making it a 9-1 game as the Crusaders would then exchange goals with North Greenville. It would ultimately get down to 11-3, but the Crusaders would rattle off 3 final goals in the contest and waltz into the win this afternoon as they move their record to 4-1 in the conference. So to get everything set up the rest of the way, here's what the remainder of the weekend looks like. We told you about the Bill Hodge run on Friday. Also, wrapping up that day, we'll have a broadcast on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. 5:45 will be the airtime between the Crusaders as they take on the Erskine College Flying Fleet in the first of a 3-game set. Then on Saturday, Senior Day Saturday, as we'll have 3 teams celebrating Senior Day here on the campus. The one in particular that we'll focus on first will be here at men's lacrosse, as it'll be an 11:45 airtime for a 12 o'clock face-off between Belmont Abbey and Lees McRae. And then as soon as we're done with that broadcast, the Ortho Carolina postgame show will be in progress for baseball, as baseball will wrap up their pre-tournament schedule in the final game against Erskine College. So as we bid you adieu this afternoon, a lot of folks that I want to thank. I want to thank Taylor C. for running the production this afternoon, Seth Andrus for doing some production assistance work, Tori Chestnut for running the camera like a boss this afternoon. I want to thank our Director of Athletics, Stephen Miss, Associate AD Paul Lyon, Assistant Athletic Directors Jackie Gable and Justin Bates. I want to thank Director of Athletic Communications Jim Steffen, Brooks Ledger, John Fitzgerald, and Dr. Trey Cunningham. Thank you for your contributions to the broadcast as the Crusaders raise the red this afternoon, defeating North Greenville by a 14-3 score. Until we're back with you Friday afternoon over at Abbey Yard, we hope that you have a fantastic evening, and we'll see you next time on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. Good night, everybody.
Crusaders Athletics on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network has been brought to you by Pine Island Country Club, Domino's, Moss Realty, the Hampton Inn by Hilton at Montcross, and Ortho Carolina, you improve. Don't forget, your online home for all things Crusaders can be found at www.abbeyathletics.com. We thank you for tuning in. We can't wait to see you next time right here on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network.